T minus 1 minute. T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Walk to Westport.
What is up, everyone? Happy Saturday. Thanks for joining me today. We're just going to have a nice, mellow little session, hang out, chat some shit as we like to do. I'm going to put the link up in the show notes or the comment section. That's what they call it these days, the comment section. And then you guys can come and hang out if you want. Chill. Join me. Ask a question. I'll probably ask you questions. If you want to show your garden, you can show your garden. You can do whatever you want. It's community day. We're just going to hang out, just kind of chill. I've been having a good day. Adam's asking, dude, is this show back now? I know it's having like a little bit of an identity crisis. So I moved. So it was the Best Grow show. And I was like, oh, by the way, 9 out of 10 coffee lovers agree. The Best Grow show. So holler to the coffee grower. Or coffee drinkers. We're the growers. I was going to say pinky up. And I have really big hands. This is a normal size cup. I just have really big hands in case you're wondering. So like we always do kind of on the Saturday live shows, I actually got a really fun one coming up next week. Jake from Romulan Genetics. We're going to be doing kind of like a breeder's conversation live. So this is going to be one of those ones where you guys can actually ask your questions about some of the genetics that he has, some of the philosophies that he has, any of that. You guys, it's interactive. So that's what's the fun thing about the live show. But I know you guys dig the live shows too, because I love giving away beans. Yay! Get people growing, right? So I always like to start the early birds, get a pack of the Westport posse, and this is going to be for the US only. Sorry to my friends in other countries, but I'm going to pull up the StreamYard tool here on the other screen, and I'm totally realizing that I'm blown up on the screen you guys are seeing, but I'm looking at a Google page right now, so that's always interesting. Hopefully I don't make funny faces, but I'm getting to the giveaway tool. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Sorry, guys. Absent-minded professor today. I am smoking on my blue cheese, my Royal Queen Seeds blue cheese, which is half of something that is currently in testing right now. It's a great daytime strain, and I really enjoy it. It gives me fun thoughts. Let me get back to the main page so I can see myself now. It gives me fun enough thoughts that, again, if you can't tell, I just partook. Okay, so like Capri Suns, right? When you're a kid, typically I relate these back to like a soccer practice or a baseball practice or something. You know, you're all like hot, sweaty, and thirsty, so you get it. And you know, what do? You flip it upside down and you stab it in the bottom, right? I mean, who's freaking, yeah, let me put it in the top? No, you flip it over and you stab it and you put it in the bottom. And I realize this has nothing to do with growing. I'll get back to it. But my point there was stabbing it in the bottom means you can't set it down. So you have to like chug it and finish it. Is that like the teenage equivalent of chugging a beer? Is if you see somebody like stab the bottom of their Capri Sun and just throw it down? Is that the equivalent of like the adult, like crack your paps, stab the side, and I don't know. But those are the kind of thoughts I have when I have this blue cheese. So let's use blue cheese as the giveaway word. Again, if you guys are in the US only, please go ahead and type in blue cheese if you would like to play for a pack of the Westport Posse, which is also up on my website, chadwestport.com. But this is the S1 of the Westport grape juice. So you get some fun things in there. I did a grow video. You can see there's basically 5 different phenotypes in there, probably 3 profiles mainly. But yeah, you can get something that's really close to the Westport grape juice. You can get the all gas tucked leaf pheno. A lot of people growing it out there. So if you want to play for that, go ahead and just toss that in. We're going to do, I'll do some other giveaways here as well, as always with the live shows I like to do. But before I put that link up, see, this is what happens when I'm doing something on the other page. Before I put that link up, I just wanted to give a couple of shout outs. First one, got some shout out, and it's good. Shout out you guys. Good to see you in the chats. Good to see you guys hanging out. Little Nugs, I was talking to you earlier in emails. Good to see you making it through. Some of you guys I was hanging out with in chat over on the CLTV, talking their THCA. But the seed collectors, that's kind of a show I like to do, and I love collecting seeds. And this is something that I just got from Red Setter Farms. And actually Rosemary's Oasis. Let's put this up here. So there we go, Rosemary's Oasis, and it's Michigan grown. Big ups, guys. But came from Red Setter Farms. He had sent me out some beans, and I am super stoked. So first of all, this one is Indigo Rose, which has Granddaddy Purple times Blue Steel, 13 reg seeds. That's cool. So Granddaddy Purple is something that I haven't really seen for a while. It doesn't necessarily grow the best or produce the best, but it has some, tremendous medicinal qualities, and it's something that my wife really likes. So it's cool to have some true good Granddaddy Purple back kind of in the mix here. I want to look for I can source probably the authentic cut of Granddaddy Purple, but in my sick and twisted mind, I kind of want to cross No Joke with Granddaddy Purple and just create Dad Joke out of it. Because I think the world needs a strain called Dad Joke. But they sent me a few things. Okay, so they sent me this, but I was also really excited to see, because you guys have heard me talk about CBD and me. I'm growing a few CBD rich strains right now, but this is Flow, which Flow is from DJ Short, and it's crossed with Green Room F2, which is a CBD strain. I looked up Green Room online, and I'm forgetting right now what the progeny is, but it was easy to actually find the lineage of Green Room. But Flow, again, go back to DJ Short. He has some true breeding, like F5 lines. That is kind of a guy to look to when you're talking about truly like homozygous lines, like something that's stable. You pop 100 of those blueberries and you should get like 99 exactly the same plants, same height, same morphology, same profiles. That's a guy who's really done the work on a lot of his lines, and flow being one of them. That's also why he doesn't have a ton of lines. So that's DJ Short. And then the blue cheese, blue cheese was actually, I believe it was cheese crossed with the blueberry. So you get a little bit of that play there. But let's see here. I wanted to shout him out in Rosemary's Oasis because I'm excited about those beans, and I know you guys enjoy collecting seeds as well. So why don't I quit my yapping and give away the pack of Westport Posse. So let's go over to the tool. 132 of you early birds in there. Guys, thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. Good luck to everybody. If you are the winner, please just hit me up on the old IG. And yeah, Anthony Rafferty, congratulations, buddy. You have the Westport Posse. And I'm not quite sure if you've won that one before or not, but I might have something else. Either way, hit me up. Let me know. And congratulations. Thank you for watching. And thank you for not only being active and participating in this show today, but for being active and for participating in so many other chats and other shows, just like High on Homegrown saying here, another wonderful freaking show. He says, legend, well done, Anthony Rafferty. So yeah, buddy, thank you for supporting not only me, but this whole community at large. I see Rue in here. Rue's, you've got shows going on too. Dr. Leby, man, you're actually doing real things with the hemp licenses and stuff. Like, all y'all are rad, man. It's so cool to have you guys come and hang out. So I'm going to post the link in chat right now. And if you want to come up, shoot the shit, smoke a bowl, show your plants, do whatever you want, let's do it. And I'll look for any questions you guys may have for me in the chat as well, just to kind of keep the conversation rolling. Boom. There we go. All right. So I put that in there. And I also wanted to pull up, I'm going to have to go to my Instagram and get the page here. Fourth House Genetics. Let me go over to YouTube. But Dan the Farmer had me on his show, Fourth House Genetics, on his YouTube channel this past week. I believe it was on Wednesday when it aired. And it was a fun conversation. It was a good conversation. So sign in to confirm your age. I was about to swear there. I'm just going to share the page. Oh my gosh, I come back and there's already awesome people here. Chunky.
Hey, Chad, what's going on?
And Mackie. What's up, guys?
What's going on, Germinator?
How we doing?
I'm
Mr.
doing
Westport.
good.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Dude,
so Terminator.
thanks for hopping in. This is a good one to show plants if you feel like showing plants today.
I know. I was like, oh, he said it. I'm coming. I got to.
Hey, Germinator, I have some no jokes coming your way still.
That's awesome. Mackie, Mushroom Hat, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm good, man. I got my camera on. I'm just sitting really, really still.
I knew you were a Smurf this whole time. I don't know. Chunky, Germinator, have you guys ever caught the High on Homegrown? Ooh, I'm going to blow up the Germinator here real quick. But
I have, yeah.
If you guys haven't met before, you guys would probably really like each other. All a bunch of good people here. I'm going to turn the floor over, though, to Germinator here. My man, tell us what is going on in here other than like happy-looking plants.
Thank you, sir. So these are banana puddings from Copycat Genetics. Bizzle 420, shout out to him. He hooked me up with these.
Big ups.
I got them in they're like 4.4 gallons. They're under 4.5 gallon pots.
Okay.
Cocoa. I'm running a new nutrient line, Advanced Nutrients, the Connoisseur line.
It's your first time using that line. How many bottles?
Correct.
Because I haven't used it. How many like different bottles are in there? Whoa.
Oh, you lose me.
Technical producer. If I hit enough buttons, I'll get the right one.
Get back. You'll get back there. There we go. One more.
Ew. All right.
So
You need a Grambo Chad.
I do. No. Why?
like I have Bud Candy and Big Bud, and there's 2 bottles of the main that you need for the connoisseur line. This is for flower stage, which is what my 5x5 is in. And then this is for veg stage. Well, and mix.
Voodoo juice. Yeah, that's some pricey shit as well. No wonder you got the
Yeah,
small bottles, bro.
It is
Damn.
pricey. It added up.
Nice.
Now those little
B52 as
bottles,
well. Nice.
those little bottles, I see the brown ring around the top, and that's kind of one thing that drives me nuts about the little bottles is because trying to pour like 10 milliliters out of a bottle like that, dude. Oh my gosh, it's almost impossible. You have to get like a pump or something. But I recognize that ring because I get the same around mine, and that the brown stuff like stains everything. It's crazy. All right, that was my rant.
So these are my first clones. Those are the banana puddings of the copycats. Off that bigger one that's in there, I cut the top off, and I got 8 good clones. Shout out Can.
Yeah. I just
My lights are off in the 5x5, but I'll show.
Okay. I just did a video on this is the weirdest camera. Oh, maybe if I did this. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do this whole time. I just did a video on germination, and I wish I would have did the can in there, had that in there as well. So everybody's digging that one. Uh-oh, Ed dropped out. Ed's trying to come back. There he is. All right, Ed's back. Cool. So what's in the this tent right now?
So these 3 are from Outlaw Seeds. They're fruit, not nuclear. I hope Garden Cultivation's watching. Mr. Organics and Sea Bunny, they're laughing their butts off. I got it right one time last night, and I can't ever get it right again. They're not fruit nuclear, but shout out to them. And this is a vanilla frosting from Humboldt.
Okay.
And
is
this
this
is
the
a
first time running
gelato
that one?
OG. In the center, it's a auto that Bizzle hooked me up with too.
I saw Bizzle for Prez earlier. Bizzle's got support.
Bizzle for president.
That's awesome. So was that your first time growing the vanilla frosting from Humboldt?
Yeah, that was a clone that my buddy gave me. That is a clone.
Okay, nice. I'm always curious just how the profiles match up, because they do have some strains with tremendous profiles. The names are always like very enticing, like they kind of make my mouth water sometimes. I'm like, ooh, but it's all about how it translates into it. So vanilla frosting sounds like one of those yum ones. I hope there's some vanilla or a hint of vanilla to it, because I've had vanilla flour. You guys, Chonky, have you ever had a vanilla profile?
I have not, no.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I have
Not-
had
not
some
yet.
vanilla kush back in the day. Delicious.
I'm
Beautiful.
excited for it.
I bet. Well, I wanted to ask you, Mackie. Like, I know Humboldt Seed Co. company. They're big at Spanibus, which is going on like next week. They're kind of big in the EU, but is it their gear easy to get where you are?
We can
down
get
in
anything,
Alabama.
man.
I could tell from the accent.
That's right. Yeah, it's easy to get fucking everything here, mate. I don't think there's any restrictions really to any kind of strain or any seeds we can get here in the UK. We can get everything. Oh, sorry, Alabama. We can get everything that you guys can get, as far as I know. Anyway, just no restrictions. So they're all souvenirs, you see. We keep them in collections. We don't germinate them because that's against the law. You can't do that. You're going to get locked up for a long time. So we just keep them on a shelf, you know?
Yeah. Yeah,
Don't
just
add
wait till
water.
it's
Don't feed after midnight and all that shit.
get a spike. Just pretty soon you'll have your THCA flower, which is totally legal until you choose to ignite it as well.
Oh no, right?
I don't know.
Ignite it.
Yeah. Have either of you guys had? I'm not in a place where THCA flower is a thing because we've had rec weed for 12 years. Did either one of you guys tried the gas station THCA?
I have not. No, we're rec and medical both in Vermont for quite a while, so there's no reason to try it. But I was watching Rob and Trey try it with you on that last show. So yeah, I probably won't try that, and unless for some reason I'm in a spot where I can't get my hands on anything else and THCA is legal.
Unfortunately, I have tried it, and I don't want to ever go back to the dispensary again. I'm from Minnesota, and I've grown as much as I can, the best I can, trying to get my hands on some no joke, because I know that's quality flower.
You know, I still got some seeds for you. I still got some seeds. The envelope is downstairs.
It's all right.
Along with a bunch of other
I'm
envelopes.
patient. You see, my tents are full right now. I can't wait though. I know you don't. I know.
So Chad,
I wasn't gonna say. I said I can't wait.
I actually hopped on to ask you a question, Chad, because it was kind of too long to type. So the testers that I have are just insane, and I was not going to trellis. I'm not a trelliser for the most part, but somebody forgot their bamboo out in the outdoor field covered with a tarp and 1.5 foot of snow. So I don't have any bamboo just to stake my plants with. So I'm going to have to put the trellis up. Yep. So what the question is I want to bring all my plants out probably tomorrow to do a big defoliation. Mm-hmm. So what I'm thinking is to top dress. I have a top dress of build of soils, the ocean blend, some biochar, some Gaia Green 484, some worm castings. So I don't really want to give that feed quite yet. But what I'm thinking is to bring all the plants out, put the top dress on, put the cover back on it. I use rice hulls to cover, so put the cover back on over the top dress. Put all the plants back into the tent and trellis it. The other big part of this is I have ACI self-watering plant bases, so they're getting automatically fed through the wicking. So the question is, how long can I leave that top dress up there? So I'm not on schedule to have a top dress or a feed for about another 1.5 to 2 weeks. But I want to get the plants in there.
2 weeks? Sorry.
So can I leave? So I guess the question is, can I leave a top dress on top of the plants for like 2 weeks and then water it in, or should I keep all the nutrients in the package and only top dress when I'm about ready to actually water it in?
And you're asking that because once you get it kind of scrogged in, you're probably going to have a hard time getting to the back. Like now,
right? Yeah, I got a 5x5, so the plants in the middle and the back are very hard to get to. I'm not a small guy. So
you crawling around the trying to get in there and water stuff sometimes. I feel you. So yeah, I mean, you definitely can. You can put it on there. If I would still scratch it into the soil, because if you have a fan that's like below the canopy, it's probably going to blow some of that powder, some of your top dressing around. So I would still kind of scratch it in. Yes, you would need to top water it in later. It's not going to become less effective. It's not going to burn the roots. You probably, for me, when I do my top dressing, the only time I'll get kind of the white fuzz, the mycelium, is after it's wet. So you're probably not going to run into any fungal issues with it. So yeah, if it's a matter of just doing it now because it's convenient, you don't want to get back in there, go ahead and do it. And then hopefully you've got the long wand watering can and you can reach the ones in the back.
Again, big boy doesn't like to get in the back of the tent. So I have a powered what's it called, chapin. So what I do is to fill up my bases. I extend that wand all the way. I sit on a chair. I point that little wand into the ACI base and press the button, and it waters it. So, yeah, with also being handicapped in my right foot, it's hard for me to get around the tent as well. So I do anything I can to like reach the back. So
Make it
long
easier.
water, electric chapin with a long watering wand is key.
Yeah, you would have think like, because this was something that I was excited to see in tents over the last couple of years. They've just started pretty much doing like those side doors as like standard. But I don't know about you guys. Like my tent is against a wall. Like I would love to use those side doors, but I don't actually have the space to use the side doors. So I'm still like doing the magic watering with the back pot.
Yep. Get an electric chapin with a long wand, so that way you can just reach right in the back. Actually, I'm actually thinking about after this run to go with AutoPots.
Yep, that
I
is an
actually
awesome
do use my
solution.
side doors though.
Nah, see, you're lucky,
Of my
dude.
5x5 to defoliate and stuff, I use my side doors. I made it so I had room.
You're smart. That because
Oh,
that makes all the difference in the world.
Don't go too
Like
far
right
with that, Chad.
No. Oh shoot, because I mean, like right now, the no joke in the back corner, I have a side door and it could use some defoliation, but I can't reach it from the front. It's scrogged in, like you were saying, Chunky. You know, kind of scrog. Like it's great, it serves a purpose, but once it's in, it's kind of in. You're not pulling your plants out. You're not like moving things over here so you can get back to this one, and you don't really want to try to reach over it because then pretty soon you realize your chest has pressed down all the freaking colas on the plant in front of it. So you kind of have to think ahead and just lock in.
Yeah, I'd love to show off the plants today, but all the lights are off. I keep my lights off during the day. So
yeah, I don't like opening mine with the lights off, but I finally get to show Chad I had to.
Yeah,
Much
I
respect to
appreciate
you,
that.
Chad. You're a legend, man.
all right, I just jumped on to ask the question. I'm actually heading out to a hockey game, so cheers, everybody. It was great chatting with y'all. Nice to meet you, Mackie. I'm
Yes,
sure
man, thank
we'll
you.
chat on Instagram and
Kids
then chat
hockey
here. Have a good one, all. Cheers.
Yeah, man.
Have a good day.
Enjoy the
Enjoy the
game.
game. Bring a
Good luck
fish.
to the hockey game, kids.
Yep.
Bring a fish.
Oh.
I
fish.
don't know what that reference is. Do you want to explain that one, Chad?
So yeah, because octopuses are expensive. So like back in the day, the NHL, you used to have to win, I think it was 8 games to win the Stanley Cup. And the tentacle had the octopus had like 8 tentacles per leg. So it was like good luck to throw the octopus on the ice for your home team.
Wow.
It was just a thing. And since then it's kind of like migrated into just a fish. And like sometimes if so a hat trick is somebody gets 3 goals. Like if somebody gets 3 goals, everybody just like, even if you love the hat or not, you take it, you throw it in the ice, and I believe there's a lost and found. You could get it later. But yeah, so hockey does a lot of weird things. My favorite story, because I heard somebody ask, not really, is I played youth hockey. And we were in a tournament up in Canada. In Canada, the youth hockey league is really kind of no check. So they're all really good skaters. And we're just like brutal Americans. So we play the physical game and then we get our goals. But we couldn't. And so they just like kicked our ass. Like one of the parents had the fish, didn't need to throw it on the ice because we just got worked. Oh yeah, they outskated us because we couldn't play in physical, so they would just
needed some Minnesota
take a
boys
step
with you.
around. And what's that?
You needed some Minnesota boys with you.
Yes. I see Ed trying here real quick, not to sidetrack. Ed, it says device not connected. If you need to use Google Chrome for your browser. So if you're on like Safari or Firefox, that has issues with it sometimes. So try Google Chrome, and then you should be able to join.
Brave, I think it's sometimes you get a pop-up that says this device would like to access your camera and your microphone, and you have to click allow. If you don't do that, then it's not going to get back.
Okay, that could be it too, because I see his box pop up and just says device not connected, so it's like
it's
still
probably not
thinking
been
or
allowed.
waiting. Okay, very good.
Refresh, bro. Refresh.
Thank you. Good. So we had this fish at the end of the game, and we got our ass kicked, and we were just rowdy, and we were young, and we were dumb and mean. I probably wouldn't do it today. But in the locker rooms, which were very nice locker rooms, they had the big heating ducts about this far off of the ceiling. So we took that fish and we put that up on that heating duct. And
Yeah. Fuck them all, man. God, that's disgusting. But still, you know, there's nothing like good payback, you know, good long-term payback. You know, that place probably still stays.
Take it back.
Like, we really wonder how long
now.
it took them to figure it out, to find it, because there was really not that much room between the ceiling and the heating thing. But yeah, that fish probably fried up there.
Jesus.
What's
Sorry,
that?
can I just do a quick shout out there to Son of Man in the chat? He said, "Is that Mackie? That's my man. What's up, Son of Man?" Yes, it is. What's up, bro?
Whoop, whoop. Shout out Percy's Grow Room. Booyah.
That's right.
And High on Homegrown. High on Homegrown. Tell us, Sundays, Thursdays, what days are you, sir?
Do I have to do the spiel? I came here to chill. I'm not working today. Yeah, High on Homegrown, the cannabis podcast from percysgrowroom.com. You can find us live on youtube.com/High on Homegrown at 9 p.m. UK time, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. That's 3 p.m. Central and 2 p.m. Mountain time every Sunday. And we do cannabis news and events for about an hour. We have a smoke break for 20 minutes where we just chat some random shit. Then we do grow guides after that for about an hour. And we have interviews all the time as well. We need on 1 million downloads, you know, Chad. And we're at like 15,000 downloads away from 1 million. We should be hitting that in the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Crazy.
Dude, congratulations, man.
I feel like a broke
kind of
celebrity, you know?
Yeah, we're Americans. We just like hearing your accent. So that's really what that was about.
Boo. Do you think it sounds Australian? Do I sound Australian, mate?
No.
Sometimes.
If you want to, if you throw it. I don't know. I thought you were from Alabama. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, at heart, yeah, I am from a deep South USA, no doubt.
Right. So what were you smoking on, Germinator? What are you smoking on today?
I couldn't really tell you. I didn't grow it.
What's your profile?
Not from the dispensary, I can tell you that.
Okay. Because sometimes you have something that you like, you know, you have a couple different jars, you have a couple different bags, and you're like, this is the one I'm reaching for today. So why did you reach for that one?
Well, I don't have much left of this, and this is what I'm smoking on. That's why. But my buddy grew it. I don't know. It was like a little variety bag that he gifted me. So
yeah, well, that's good. A friend with weeds, a friend indeed.
Yeah, it's good to have friends and other growers nearby.
It is, and it's good to share.
And gift each other, you know.
Yeah, and that's, you know, kind of, that's how like a lot of the like seed trading community started. Is just, hey man, I've got these new seeds. You want to try them this year? And then pretty soon everybody just kind of starts sharing, and then they start working with things, and then something comes out of that, and then, you know, it elevates. It's cool to be able to do that with weed though, because it gives you good feedback too. Dang, I see Ed keep trying to connect, but it's not doing it.
There's a harmonize with that.
I was reading Rob's comment because I was just over on his channel watching him and Trey and Matt from the Strange Show talk about THCA.
Oh, Matt, Nick.
And that's, you know, we were talking about that earlier, but you know, it says Gromies are a must indeed. That's where you get the best stuff, man. And then stuff I can trust too. Like, again, I always joke, it's like you can judge a grower and how well they take care of their plants by how clean their car is. Like, if I get in your car and you have wrappers and stuff all over the place and like sticky shit on the like side door, and you hand me
then I think about your
weed,
house,
I'll be like,
your kitchen, and everywhere else. Like, how you living?
Yeah, right.
Well, I've got loads of dogs I have to take for walks every day, and they're Labrador, so they like to fucking swim. So my car's fucked, man. I have to get them in there and take them for a drive somewhere nice because I spoil them. So yeah, my car's fucked. But my grow room's always nice and tidy. So
Yeah. When it
maybe I'm
comes
an
to,
exception rather than the rule. Yeah.
well, when it comes to children and animals, all is fair in love and war, right? What is that, a Floby? Is that for a haircut? Is that like the
Somebody
Wayne's
has
World
Labradors
Floby?
too.
What is
you know?
this? Oh, the little cleaner. Yeah. Okay.
That's right. It's got a fucking drill battery on it. Look at this. This ain't no ordinary vacuum. Gosh.
Boy, it really does suck. No. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Got a
Chad.
HEPA filter
Beautiful.
so it can
Everybody
handle
hit that
water and
like
everything.
button for that
Thing's
epic
dope.
dad joke there from
Got a lot
Chad.
of power.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
A little bit of a Wayne's World for you, but you said it, man. You said dad joke.
I walked into the kitchen yesterday and I said to my dad, "Hey, I'm hungry." And my dad said, "Hi, hungry. I'm Dad."
Well, we were having dinner and Dad spilled his peas on the table. He looked right at me and said, "Oh no, I have just peed on the table."
Dad asked me, "Have you heard about the new movie, Constipation?" I was all like, "What? No." And he said, "It never came out." Who even calls a movie Constipation?
My dad and I were going past the aquarium. He said to me, "How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh?" And he said, 10 tickles. Like, what? Oh, tentacles. "Hey Dad, can you make me a sandwich?"
And what did Dad say?
Abracadabra. You are a sandwich. I guess I am a sandwich.
That's my
Somebody
that's my
call
court
CPS.
ordered my court ordered PSA for telling too many dad jokes. Miles, Mr. Offshore, how are you doing?
Doing great. How are y'all today?
Excellent, man. Thank you
Oh,
for
good,
joining
bro.
us.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem. I thought you might like to. I'm getting ready to go see. Well, I don't know. Dominion's having their little party here in a little while. I'm getting ready to head out here in about 20 minutes.
Get the heck out of here. Dominion Seco?
Yes, sir.
No freaking way. I'm
Yeah.
jealous. Okay, so tell us about it. This is so if anybody's not, Dominion Seco, Duke Diamond, very experienced breeder, very knowledgeable person. He's got some heavy hitting strains, so he's one to check out. So, dude, how the hell did this happen or come about?
Oh, I don't know. I just happened to. I don't know. I just got lucky and got an invite.
That's awesome.
I think they do it. They've been doing it. I don't know if this is the second or third year they do it here. It's just 1 day thing, but I know people coming in from all over the country to
Yeah.
VB here, and oh well, I'm gonna go check it out.
Absolutely. I mean, that's where I'm sure there's going to be some genetics that only today you're going to get them. There may be some snips, there may be some clones, but wow, that's cool, man.
And pig picking and all that, all free pig and cash bar and whatever. And
Hell yeah.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
That's cool. Now, have you been to cannabis events in the past, or is this kind of like the first gathering?
It'd be my first one. Yeah, I'm pretty much a loner. I don't. But since I do a lot of Dominion stuff, beans and stuff, so I figure I'd go check them out and see.
That's freaking cool.
Yeah. Anyway, I was going to show you a couple of my plants here. Oh,
Yeah, please. if you'd like.
See if I can. I got one of yours. Yours is actually
Thanks for having me
my
on.
lights
I'll
out
be getting
here.
back. I gotta
Sure.
start cooking and stuff. Thanks
Okay.
for having me on. It was such a pleasure. Hopefully a bunch more of these grow meets that are on the back get the nerve and show you some love, Chad. You deserve it. Thanks for having me.
Been a pleasure,
Dude,
Joe.
absolutely. Yeah, my pleasure. And thanks for coming back on, and thanks for showing the plans. I like saw you pop up. I'm like, my God, that's my guy right there.
You know I had to.
How
I'll be in the background. I just gotta start cooking and stuff.
Enjoy
What are you
your
having?
dinner, man.
Can you tell us before
Thanks
you
for
go?
hanging out.
Thank you so
What are you
much.
having, bro?
Yeah.
He's going. He's not telling us what he's having.
Oh, M Hydro, welcome to the conversation. How are you doing? Might be on mute. Okay, I'm gonna take Miles' screen and put him up big here.
I'm trying to.
Everybody dropped out. Nope.
Okay,
Let's
I'm
see
trying
here.
to figure out how to turn this camera around. I can't do it.
It's tricky with StreamYard. So there's a little sprocket at the bottom. Sprocket icon says settings. If you go into there, you're able to choose between your front and your rear camera. So it's something that you do in the software versus on the actual phone.
Okay. Yeah, all right. So anyway, I'll just do what the best I can here.
Hey, Ed made it back. All right. Ed, you look good. I'm going to blow up Miles here real quick, but I definitely want to see your garden too. So thanks for making the effort and getting back on.
We got some strawberry deluxe from Dominion right here, clones right here in the front that I just did. They're like 3 weeks old. They're
That's a
cross between strawberry diesels and Smuckers, I believe.
It's a good one, man. He gave me some of that to smoke at the DGC Cup last year, and I was impressed. I was all, thank you, sir.
I have a few jars of it in here.
Nice. See, that's the kind of cupboard I like.
Somebody needs to make some hash, man. Yeah, make some hash.
This bow. Well, that's in my freezer out in the garage.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm trying to let you see I got a no joke right here. We're lights out. I don't know if y'all can see in there.
Oh, it's a little bit dark, but don't worry about it. Oh no, Ed's got disconnected. Ed was working there for a second. Ed was showing his garden in the background. It's not device connected again. Maybe he got a text or maybe he got a call. I'll pop you back off here. But so how far along was that no joke?
That is hold on here. I tell you right here, I got my sheet. Got my book here. I believe it's in about it's only been flipped for 6 days, 7 days.
Cool.
So it hadn't been.
Right.
Hadn't been flipped very long at all. And then I had another Ganny back here. I don't know.
So is it the Virginia Beach Afghani, the VB Afghani?
No. That's what the Shine Apple was across with VB Ganny and Screaming Eagle. And I'm taking that to the party here in a little while. A couple jars of that, and another jar of that Strawberry D, and we gonna get down.
That's so cool, dude. I'm so glad you joined us today because we've communicated back and forth. We've had fun and chat and stuff, but this is actually the first time we've got to talk. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah. Enjoy it. I enjoy your show very much. I don't learn a lot from you guys.
Thank you, man. And I like so I like the Dominion stuff. I don't know, Mackie, have you ever got to try anything from Duke Diamond?
No.
Have you had Duke on your show?
No, I don't think so. Man, we've done so many interviews. Tom from Seedsman was on the show the other day, and he's like, "Have you done an interview with this guy?" And I'm like, "No, I don't think so." So yeah, you have. You know, and
you are that person, though.
Because I'm not sure.
You know, you've had everybody on,
pretty much. And yes, just a quick thank you there while we're on that subject. We had Scotty Real on the show last week, and we've been waiting to get him on the show for so long, and it only happened because of you, bro. So thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Mackie, you're a good friend, man, and I will do anything to help you as you've done everything to help me. So my pleasure, dude. I'm stoked you guys connected.
Thank you, man. Thank you, bro.
Yeah. And I want to ask Miles too, with the Dominion stuff. You've it sounds like you've probably grown a lot more of it than I have. Is there like kind of maybe a common theme that you see among the plants, or and what is your favorite one too? So I'll be like, yeah, I'll turn that one over to you.
Okay. My favorite has been probably, it used to be Granny Skunk, which I could only get that one in a clone for a while. And they make another, he's got another one, a skunk band. I believe it's crossed between, well, it's headband and the Granny Skunk, I believe. And that's my favorite. That's my go-to. I always got to go back to that one when nothing else works. You know how it is when you get that high tolerance that we all have. But I can always go to that one, and it will work for me. You know what I mean? So,
His stuff really does cut through, and like most of the time when people come to me looking for maybe something like kind of the gas or the funky stuff, but they want it medicinal, almost like narcotic, because they are people dealing with like severe pain, or they're people who are working their way away from that harder stuff. That, you know, his gear is, it's been so solid for years. And I've pulled inspiration. I see Rico joining. I'll bring you up here real quick, Rico. I've pulled inspiration from the way Duke has done. Damn it, he dropped off. Ed's still not connected. Shoot, come back in, guys. But the way he used to do his labeling, like I know he has a YouTube and a Patreon channel, but he actually has his own soil blend too, and inspired how I give all the details of the grow, what to expect, how to feed it, how many days. It's like only the things that a breeder or a grower will know from actually growing the shit out.
Exactly.
And he made a big point of how important that was. And as a new grower, as someone who didn't know all these things, having that and then experiencing it and having it come true, I'm like, that is just the best thing you could do for any grower. So that's why I kind of started it. And that's why with my custom soil mix, I'm really kind of trying to do a lot of the things that he did too. Just like document it. If we, because he has the SOPs with his soil and his genetics. If you follow his directions, you're going to get pretty much same results. Have you seen his grows, and have you tried his soil?
I have not. I'm on his Discord though, and a lot of people are doing that, and I'm going to definitely try his soil out soon. I've been playing around with my own stuff, you know. Here, well, we all do, but he's got. I've got another one in here of his that I haven't smoked yet or have tried, but it's called 6 mil. Have you ever? Yeah, and it's the healthiest plant I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I'm going to have to break it down. It looks like one of them 20-week sativas growing in there, and I'm like, holy smokes! I mean, at 3 weeks, it was almost 4 foot tall.
Oh my gosh, that's a hard one inside. I don't know, Mackie, what for you, man? Like, are you growing those long flowering sativas, the tall ones? Or what do you prefer to
God,
have?
no. Ain't nobody got time for that.
No, I know.
If I'm gonna, because I do like the flavor of a good haze, you know, like super silver, delicious. I don't need. I'm preaching to the choir. You all know this. But if I wanted to have one of those, I'd rather go for an auto and grow the auto version of it, because the flavor is going to be very similar. It might not be a strong THC content or something, but I don't mind that so much. I enjoy the flavor. So I'd rather do that than spend, you know, because some of those 16 weeks at least, and that's when after the flowers start to show. That's not from flip, you know. And then you've always got a couple of weeks. You got to leave it extra just to make sure it's real good. It's like, man, too long, you know.
6 months.
We pay stupid amount of money for electricity here in the UK. I think we're the most expensive in the industrialized world, man. So you got to get that shit done quick. You know,
that's a great point, man, that you bring up with the autos. If it really is the profile that you're after and you're getting that from the autos, I could see why. But also just the power consumption, like that's such a huge deal. I mean, I calculated what my power is per piece of equipment and what my power rate was, and more than half the people in the comments were like, dude, my power is like 3 times that. And somebody in Germany was like, it's 43, equivalent of like 43 cents per kilowatt hour. And I'm like, that's 4 times what
we
I
pretty
pay
much
here.
pay that for standing charge every day. There's some bullshit going on here in the UK with the whole electricity fees, but that's a whole episode upon itself, Chad. Don't get me into that rant, bro. I'm trying to
Mackie
chill.
rants are epic. I know Mackie rants are epic. And you know, if everybody wore tinfoil hats, there'd be more electricity flowing through the airways. But
Maybe
we'll diverge from that. I had a
we should at
comment
least give it a
here.
try. You know?
Yes. Well, Miles was talking about skunks there and popping a new skunk, the granny skunk. And I was about to say, oh, I remember I used to have an Uncle Fester skunk. It had hope and it had promise, but I gave that away to my number one tester here. Jonathan Rice, dude, he has been just solid for years for me. And I forget what it was. I don't know if it was, I forget what it was, but I'm like, I need to do something nice for John. So I opened up the collection and I'm like, pick from the box. And of course, you know, you have you have like 5 things and you're like, I hope he doesn't pick this one. Okay, here you go. And I hope you're still listening. No, I'm joking, dude. Thank you. I'm just joking. If he finds something fire, I have no doubt that he would share a cup with me. So it's all good.
All right, buddy. Well,
if you can't,
I got to leave. I got to get out of here.
Miles.
Great show. Enjoyed being on it. And I hope y'all have a fine rest of the weekend.
Thank you so much for joining. It was an absolute pleasure to like meet you face to face this time. Sir, you have fun tonight.
I will.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah,
I hope Duke shows up there too. All right, man.
Yeah,
good talk to you. Good meet you
man.
too, bud.
Take a fish.
Guys. Yep. Duke
will be up there.
See y'all later.
See you later, Miles. That was the correct farewell there, right, Chad?
Yeah,
Did I do it right?
That,
Did I do it good?
yeah, you know.
Smelled like fish. Later, guys.
See you later, bro.
All right, bye.
Oh, you know, since you're Australian and all, I mean, I can tell obviously from your accent. That reminds me of the Crocodile Dundee, you know, where he's not quite sure at the
You call
party.
that a knife?
That's
probably more of a Cockney accent I'm doing. I'm so bad at accents, Chad. Please don't make me do that again.
No, and then the Pudwillian, the Liverpool, the Scouser.
Yeah,
give me some of that.
How do we even do that? You're right, kid. You're right, kid. Yeah, there you go. Maybe that was Manchester. It was close enough, right? It's close enough.
I love it. So, you know, I like the UFC. UFC is kind of a global thing. There's a lot of fighters over from England to the point to where, you know, like Manchester in particular, the Liverpool, the different areas, different regions, different accents. There's like a star fighter from each of the regions. So it's fun. Darren Till. And I think actually Scouser is kind of like the mean, like slang term. I don't really know if that's a nice word.
No,
or not.
I don't think it's
for the Scouse. Okay.
No, they call themselves Scousers.
Okay, so it's like from somebody from the South being like, "I'm a Southerner." Cool. Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Darren Till though, he's a Scouser, dude, and he is just hilarious. And like, because I can only understand like 3 out of every 5 words, but
when it's really thick. Those thick accents, you know, like a Yorkshire accent, a proper thick Yorkshire accent. God damn. Yeah, hard to understand, but you get used to it. There's so many dialects because it's not just like the accent that changes here in the UK. Dialects change as well. So people use different words for different things depending on which part of the country you're in. It's crazy how quickly it changes. You know, it's like I live near Birmingham, right? So I have a slight Brummie accent, but then there's places near me that are just ridiculous, man. And the accent's so shocking. It's absolutely terrible. But I won't go on about that too much. But Jesus, you guys out there, you probably know the Brummie accent. Well, the Brummie accent isn't actually people from Birmingham. It's more like from the Black Country, is what it's called. There's a big Black Country accent there for you, everybody. But yeah, that's where the thick Brummie accent comes from. Gosh.
Leon Edwards, he's from Birmingham. He was former champ. I think he's fighting in the next UK event.
Cool.
But yeah, with the language, it is kind of different. So I'm trying to branch out into like doing educational videos in German and like lollipopping that word just doesn't translate. And kind of like what you were saying, there's a lot of, when it comes to American English, it just seems like so simple and straightforward to me. And there probably are those nuances because realistically, most of us speak slang. But when it comes to like German, for example, and even Dutch, which I've been learning, formal and informal, that screws me up all the time. And that makes all the difference in translation because it keeps going between formal and informal on certain words. And that's
right.
meh.
But I was thinking about the German word for lollipopping would probably be lollipoppen, because that just sounds correct, right? It's always close like that, you know.
Far from pooping.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, what's that mean?
Constipation.
Oh, right. Far from pooping. Is that a dad joke or is that actually real? Because you can't tell with German. That's probably the correct word. Yeah, it's
so
for
many.
real, bro. For real.
There's some bad ones out there. Stop them from flopping. No.
Oh gosh,
that's yeah.
Great. But you talk about languages. I've been learning Mandarin for like near 2 years now. So it's crazy to see that the same word you would say would be different 5 different times depending on which different tone you're using. Madness, man.
The tone goes a long way.
Indeed,
Galaxy,
indeed.
Thanks for the question, dude. The No Joke, chadwestport.com. That's my website. You can go there. You can find the No Joke. You can find the Westport's Posse. I do also have like t-shirts, some collector memorabilia. I've got some really freaking cool collector. I'll do another show. I got some really cool collectible stuff that I'm going to be uploading onto the site. That's kind of one of the things, as people have seen with the seed collectors and other things. I just like to collect things, and I've been getting into vintage cannabis like stuff lately. So I've got a whole bunch of things I'm going to put up on the website. So that's where you can find the beans is chadwestport.com. But you can also find other cool stuff because I want to make it kind of a unique experience, a unique shopping experience. And I smell like hand cream and lotion as I say that. It's that fancy.
Just need to give a quick shout out there to Levi's Jeans in the chat, who dropped a beautiful dad joke there, Levi's. Very nice. He said, Mandarin is hard. Orange is much easier. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh, God.
Pat yourself on the back, good sir. Beautiful dad joke.
That is beautiful. And that gets a well done, sir. Well done.
Scene. What's up, Turpo? Just landed in the chat. Shout out to Turpo. What's up, bro?
That's hilarious. Oh God, there was that one time, and I want to talk to you about a new movie coming up with this guy in it. But I mean, since we're just on the theme of dad jokes today,
I was hoping though for maybe if we could get a dad joke out of you. I don't know if you know any dad jokes, but
Dad.
Yeah, well, so a dad joke is one of those ones. It's just so bad it's good. Like here's an example. Like why do they put fences around cemeteries? Because people are dying to get in there. Why do seagulls fly over the sea? Because if they flew over the bay, they'd be a bagel.
Bagel.
So
That's great, Dad joke.
Yeah.
I can see kids looking at each other going, ooh.
Exactly. You're like, yeah, we're not really related.
Yeah.
Jesus. I can't believe you wasted Tommy Chong's time with dad jokes, Chad. Jesus.
You know, the first one was the first one I'm pretty sure was a courtesy laugh, but I think I got him with the seagull one. I think he really liked that.
Man, when Tommy Chong was on our show the one time, he was talking about, he was having his bathroom fixed up. And he was saying something about his wife. I can't remember what he was saying, but it was
she was a hot.
He would have been in trouble.
A hot wife.
Yeah, for sure. But and he's sitting there with the camera on.
That's not my words. That's his words. He's famous for saying "my hot wife." So please don't take that out of context.
That's right, man. He's a good guy, great guest on the show. We've had him on numerous times, but this one time he was hilarious, man. He was sitting there, he's talking about his wife, like, oh, you know what they're like, blah blah blah. And I was like, oh, she's behind you, Tommy. And he turned around, all afraid, like, and she wasn't really there. I was just fucking winding him up. And he was like, ah, you got me. But he was scared for like 5 seconds there, thinking, oh, shit.
Good one.
I'm eating out the freezer today.
Yeah, dude. They're you've had him on for his birthday, like his birthday.
Yeah, we had a
day,
Tommy Chong birthday special. Yeah, awesome guy, man. Awesome guy. He was one of our first guests, like episode 4. I think we got Tommy Chong on the show way back in the day.
He's a really cool, freaking down to earth person in the fact that, like, I mean, you're pretty freaking fancy and you're cool, but for me to be able to reach out and he'd be like, yeah, man, I'll come hang out for an hour with you. Like, who I mean, in the big picture, who the hell am I to this dude? Nobody. Did he have to do that? Not at all. Did he get paid for it? He just did it, and he does that. I've had him a number of times. You talked with him a number of times, like
6, 7 times. It's crazy, isn't it? Like you said, how much time he just has for the community. He doesn't have to do this shit. Just come and chill with it. Essentially, I mean, I know we have decent followings on YouTube, and you have a bigger following than we do, but we're nobody. He's been on Joe Rogan's podcast, for fuck's sake. He doesn't have to come and chill with essentially us nobodies, quotation marks, finger quotation marks, you know. Because in the grand scale of things, nobody knows who the fuck we are. But Tommy Chong is just happy to come and chill with us numerous times. Not just once. Not because he's trying to sell a book or anything. Just because he enjoys our time. And that's fucking awesome, man.
Dude, it really is. And we wind up having a genuine conversation. Because, you know, in his position and, you know, a lot of people have agendas when they get them on, or it's to, you know, get this point across, or, you know, whatever. And that's fine. I generally want to try to talk a little bit about cannabis, but I just leave the door open. I'm like, hey, what do you feel like talking about today? Because the guy is so freaking fascinating. Like the connection with Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5, like his connections to Motown, all his music stuff. Like, dude, he's fascinating. But did you see the preview for the new movie, the last movie?
Oh, I haven't seen it. Is there a trailer out for the last Cheech and Chong movie?
Yes. The new Cheech and Chong movie. It comes out, I want to say April 20th. It may be like a couple days ahead or a day after. I know, right?
It has to, really. It has to come out on 4/20. It has to.
Yeah. It should. But dude, watch the trailer if you haven't seen it already. I should just probably actually play it on the show, because last time I played that dad joke thing, I got a copyright warning, so I'm probably already copyright warning. I've shown plants, so I'm probably already age restricted. Yeah, I'm already age restricted on this video, so let's just fucking go for the gusto. I'm gonna find that trailer and I'm gonna play it. So
do it.
I can't believe you haven't seen it. Yeah. First, I wanted to, earlier I was at the freaking an hour ago at the very beginning of the show. I wanted to give a shout out to Fourth House Genetics because I was on the show with him this past Thursday. Dan the Farmer's got 18 subscribers right now. If you guys go and check him out, hopefully you can up that number and get him to 100, and then he could go live. But he's had Blue Skies Vienna on talking about skunk and many other things. He's had Jinx Proof Genetics, who, you know, we always love for his be positive mantra and his good attitude. And then yes, Chad Westport guy chatting some shit. But he had some really good questions. We had a good time talking with each other. So yeah, check him out. Fourth House Genetics on the YouTubers.
Hit that guy up, everybody. Drop a sub on that channel. Be nice. Yeah. Support each other. That would be awesome.
Do it. And I'm going to give away some seeds right now, because that's something I'm behind on today again, too. I also,
what's it going to be, Chad? What's it going to be?
It's going to be, who else is going to sing Happy Birthday to Me silent? J5, is it really your birthday, bro? Because if it is,
J5
I'm just
20.
saying.
He's over
J5
on
HIT all the
time.
He's a huge supporter and an awesome character, and a big
Indeed, he
seed
is.
collector.
Indeed. Is his birthday? Really sucks. I have to pay for it. Well, yeah. Go on, tell us, J5. Is it your birthday today, or are you just making some kind of dad joke like, "Who's going to sing Happy Birthday to me silently?" And then like we've all done it.
Apparently, Cheddar Bob doesn't know his wrestling.
Chad Carroll in the chat there also said it's my birthday. But did you know there's something called the birthday paradox? And if you have more than 23 people in the room, there's more than a 50-50 chance that somebody shares the same birthday.
That's crazy.
How crazy is that? Like 23 people. It makes no sense. But you know, when you got so many people watching the show, I don't know, you're on 200 or something. I can't see the numbers, but obviously there's going to be people out there that share a birthday at this point.
That's kind of crazy. I bet you're right, and I want to talk about that for a second. Real quick though, I want to give away some beans, U.S. only. Again, I do apologize. Happy birthday,
Chad. Hold on. So then, is it okay if we can
stop the press?
Can we also do? I'll send seeds to the UK guys. I can send 5 Mokum's tulip from Dutch Passion. Is that cool?
Get out of yeah. Thank you, Mackie.
Sweet. No problem.
UK.
Let's do that. UK's involved in this one, everybody. Nice.
Mad Dog approves. Awesome. Hey, J5, it's my birthday too. No, it's not, Cheddar Bob. You don't even know you're wrestling. You just called him Andrew the Giant. Andrew the Giant. I have it right there. Andrew the Giant.
God. Oh my God. That better be a fucking autocorrect, bro. Oh my goodness. How dare you?
I'm fighting words. Oh shoot. Okay, everybody, I guess we're back to putting happy birthday in there. If you are in the US or in the UK. If you are in the US, these are courtesy of AZ Green Desert. You can find him on Instagram right there, AZ Green Desert. This is going to be a 2-pack. It is Mendo Purple S1 time. I know. It was freaking hilarious. I mean, not hilarious that he got shot, died. I was kind of a fan. But some of the newscasters that were like reporting his death, they're like, 2-pack sugar. Like, what are you doing? It was. Anyhow.
Sorry.
You can never put us together in the same room, and there's nobody here to babysit us either. That's the worst part about right now. We can go off the rails.
I'll try and be more responsible.
Are.
Apologies.
Yeah, I'm sure. No Perp S1 times the pineapple tie, and again, this is a 2-pack from AZ Green Desert, Tupac, as Mackie likes to say.
That's right.
Second one, Paradise Pine F2. Which was the sweet and fino times the pineapple tie. So again, these are from AZ Green Desert. And if you're in the US, please go ahead and type happy birthday into the chat. And if you are in the UK, Mackie, what was it? I'm going to blow up your small guy.
So if you're in the UK and you want to enter this as well, then I can send you beans. Just there'll be 5 Mokum's tulip. They are feminized seeds. But if you want autos as well, I've got like what's it called? Frisian Jew, I think the name is. And that will be 3.
Oh, yes,
so that's 6 of those. So you decide which one you want if you win in the UK, and I'll send any of those from Dutch Passion. Legit beans, man. Very nice. So if you win something, enter if you're in the UK. Come on, you can be involved this time. Do it.
Yes, very nice. And you know, me being the worldly person that I am, Mokum, it's another name for Amsterdam. That's kind of the old school name.
Oh,
and that word you were butchering there is Frisian, as in the Frisian province.
Yes, I'm not known at all for butchering names, Chad. It's something I definitely don't do.
Never. Just like every intro starts out perfectly.
Exactly.
Yes. And Levi's Jeans knows that one. So the Frisian. I got you there. Oh, yeah. Happy birthday to J5, Cheddar Bob, my brother Chad Carroll, and anybody else who's claiming it is their birthday. It's not my birthday. It's my unbirthday. But yeah. 2-pack sugar for you. We'll get to that drawing here in a second.
Grab your Glocks if you see Tupac.
Oh, best Tupac song, Hit 'Em Up.
Oh man, yeah,
Hit 'Em Up.
beautiful. Yes, what a great track.
Suge Knight just came out recently.
Can't say
this is where we go off the
his
rails.
name like that, bro. You can't just say his name. He's the
It's like
devil of hip hop.
Candyman.
We know who you are. We know who he is. Just don't say his name, bro. It's against the rules.
He recently came out, and by the way, if nobody saw his sentencing trial, it was hilarious because he's like playing the I need a wheelchair, I'm gonna pass out, I'm too old to go to jail. You're a anyways. He's in jail. He just came out this past week and said that Snoop Dogg was responsible and in some way for Tupac's murder, for setting him up. It's like, what? Why are you throwing shade at Snoop Dogg now? The Snoop D-O-double-G, Snoop-a-loop.
What a legend as well. And did you know that Tupac is the guy who got Snoop Dogg smoking? Did you know that?
Got him smoking? No, I didn't.
What a terrible friend. You know?
I know. It ruined his life. I mean, Snoop Dogg with that weed.
Did you remember like a year ago where Snoop Dogg, he put out a thing on Instagram being like, I'm giving up the smoke. And it went around the world, this huge news, like, oh yeah, he's quitting smoking, but he wasn't really specific.
Gave everybody shit who bit on that fucking clickbait. Like, it was so widely reported. Like, I'm like, you guys are dumb MFers. Dumb. Like, people don't see me get mad. I'm like, you're fucking dumb. And then, of course, 2 days later, it comes out, I'm just joking, y'all. It's a fireplace.
You know, here's a smokeless fireplace. I'm like, fuck. You got me, man.
I'm gonna
bring me.
I know. I want to introduce Mr. Thurgood Jenkins.
What's going on, Mr. Westport?
I am chilling. How are you doing? Holy colas. Dude, thanks for joining us. What are
Absolutely.
we? Oh my gosh.
Well, I was waiting in the chat for my lights to come on. They don't come on until 6 here Eastern time. So I'm in Ohio. So
okay, well, dude, thank you for joining and waiting. I'm all ears. What are we looking at? How are you doing it? It's fucking nice, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate it. This is what I call my whatever tent. Normally I do like three of one, awesome. 3 of another, but this one I've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4 different cultivars in here. This first one here, this is James Loud soap and ZBX cross. I'm calling it Swept Clean because it didn't have a name. Yeah. Then this one, and then I got 2 in the back. Those are from Greenpoint. They're called Scout Snacks. That's a Dosi and animal cookies cross.
Nice.
There's the other 2.
Taking advantage of the side doors.
Yeah, absolutely. When you guys were talking about it earlier, I used to have this tent pushed up against the wall, and then I changed some things and actually was able to access all 3 doors now. So nice. This one right here is Greenpoint as well. It's the only one that purpled out. Totally different pheno.
Okay. Yeah.
And then this one is Soulfire Stromata.
Okay. I'm not familiar with the strain, but definitely with Soulfire, and that thing's looking pretty fire. I love the contrast in there. That's something that I enjoy when you grow multiple strains in a tent. You get that color contrast. It just makes things pop.
The Stromata is FX3 and Last Supper. It just released. I actually got them before release.
Okay.
This one right here, I say, is the green one because the buds on this one are more green. I've got another one over here that the buds are all purple.
Okay. And then they're the same age, so it's not like it's going to mature into it. Okay.
No, exact same age. They're 61 days today. So they're right there. I'm probably going to harvest in a couple days.
Yep.
Like very good job there, Thurgood. That's a very nice grow, mate. And I see you've done a lot of lollipop in there as well. Moved a lot of the bottom growth. What medium are you in? And what lights are you growing under? Somebody asked there as well.
I'm actually using ProMix HP. And I do lollipop. but I use these stakes and these arms. It creates like a tomato cage, so I don't have to scrog or anything. Try to keep them under control and keep them from flopping once they get heavy.
Very nice.
Yep. I always worry about my eyeballs, but they work well.
And then this one is the Romulan Terptomaniac. I'm actually a Romulan tester. This was actually, the Terptomaniac has been released now, but when I first grew it out, I have another spot called the Rainbow Room. We're at Black Ass Farms now, which is just my house. But this was an actual cut. I've not taken clones before. I did on a previous Romulan IX2, but I hadn't done it since then. And this was just going to be thrown away, just a bottom branch. And I was like, let me take it home and throw it in some water and see what happens. And turned into this fabulous chunker.
Nice.
That's awesome. And that's something I always recommend people do with those bottom branches. Like if you're new to cloning or you're not that confident with your cloning, every time you cut off those bottom branches that you're just going to throw away, practice your cloning because it's going to die anyways. And you can kill, you can have happy results like this. That was a bottom branch.
Yeah, that was the bottom branch, 100%. That, like, I could not believe that it turned out this well. Like,
yeah, I like that.
And so I mean, sorry, Thurgood Jenkins. That's Thurgood from Half Baked, right? And in 1998 was when Half Baked was released. Is that where you get the name from?
Yes, it is. My real name's Gary. Nowhere near Thurgood Jenkins. And it's Black Ass Farm because of the scene. From the scene in the movie.
Bodega? Yeah, I know the one.
Yeah. And then the movie came out in 98. So Thurgood Jenkins 98. Yeah.
Beautiful. Good choice. I like it. I like the name.
Thank you.
Good grow as well. Good grow.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But I did want to ask you a question, Chad.
Absolutely.
So I was coming up to the final weeks and cutting back cow mag. I actually wound up cutting it completely off. And on these 4 green points that I have, I started seeing brown spots start popping up on the leaves. And they're the only ones that did it. Do you think it was just they're susceptible to losing that cow mag, or?
Yeah, I mean, it can. There's a lot of things it could be. Just how much is it transpiring? How much is it taking up? It's not something to really worry about at this point.
Right.
Because you're in the end.
Right.
I had to get Cheddar Bob on there. But yeah, no, to answer the question, I always cut stuff off, cut the calcium and stuff off early as well. So I don't think I
was just curious. But that was the only thing that changed in my grow. That's why I was wondering if you maybe had an idea of maybe I was on the right path with that or not.
Looks like it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, those look nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's a great color in there.
Thank you.
Welcome to the party, Cheddar Bob.
Yeah, I didn't know it was an open party. I was like, I think Chad just accidentally posted the link. I was like, I'm gonna hit it and see if it.
I'm gonna pounce on that.
Yeah, like, boom, I'm in.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you joined us, and shout out Red Setter Farm as well. Showing off that awesome package you sent earlier on today. So cool to see you popping in here. Let's give away these beans real quick though, because I want to ask Cheddar Bob a little bit about what he's doing too. Oh, he's already ready for me. All right, so if you're in the US, happy birthday. You were playing for the 2-pack sugar. No, not a new CD. It's the AZ Green Desert seeds. And if you're in the UK, Mokum's Tulips or the Frisian Dew, courtesy of Mackie and the High on Home Grow crew. Good luck, everybody. If you're in the UK, that would be amazing. 194 of you. Let's go. Let's see.
Come on, Turbo. Come on, Turbo.
If I don't win, it's rigged.
Right. Always.
Come on.
Type 1
Type
grower.
1. Good enough. Good enough. What's up, Type 1? I didn't see you in there, bro.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
Yeah. Very nice. Well done.
Happy
Type 1's a
birthday,
good
Type
guy,
1.
man. Good guy, Type 1 is. Yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah, I think it's his birthday too.
Happy birthday. Stop it, Cheddar Bob. Stop it. Oh man. All right. Damn. Very good. Those are awesome, man. Those are awesome. Cheddar Bob.
Yeah,
You're
man.
growing a little bit of a different style, dude. You are dedicated. You are loyal to the soil to the point to where this soil was shipped miles and miles and miles in trash cans, and you carried it and put it back in these beds. Is that correct?
It is
Dude,
true.
tell us why your love for this soil. What makes it so cool?
Well, I guess, I did it. Well, I didn't really do it myself. Like this was the first bed that I ever started, and I had no idea what I was doing. So I just dumped a bunch of bagged soils in there, some local to Maine, like
Coast to Maine,
Coast to Maine, and some Mass Hole, and a couple Northern Maine soil companies. But so yeah, I mean, I didn't know what I was doing on this bed. This bed was my second bed. I knew a little bit more, but I still used like Coast to Maine as a base. Added in a bunch of worm castings, aeration, rice hulls. Did it a little bit more right on that bed, but probably not perfect. But I mean, it becomes
such a mass.
It is a
massive
mass
soil.
It is a huge mass. I mean, this was, I think, 9 55-gallon barrels that I had to drag up and down stairs. So
dang, bro. That's I hit the wrong button again.
Was it?
There we go. We're back.
But like this one, it started off as bag soil, but over the last 7-8 years, it's really become its own thing with the worms, the arthropods, the funguses, the bacterias. So
beautiful.
Yeah, at this point it's its own thing.
So do you breed your own worms?
What's that?
Do you breed your own worms?
I mean, they breed themselves. I bought red wrigglers 8 years ago, and let's see if I can.
So do you do the why does it do that? It's supposed to not do that. Do you do the quote unquote avocado tech?
I haven't.
Kind of how I see people like breeding their worms.
Yeah, I do every once in a while, not as much as I used to, just because there was a whole lot of pushback, and I really didn't want to have anything to do with the pushback of it. So I just kind of chilled out, and I do it every once in a while. But I have so much other stuff going on in here that the worms are happy regardless. So.
Because there can be there is such a thing as too many. They will kind of self-regulate, as far as their overall.
But they numbers, they have to get like overpopulated before they start self-regulating. So, it's like at some point it's too much, and then it becomes balanced. But too much of a good thing, it becomes a bad thing, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, even in organic. So how you said you have the soil for like 10 years. How do you feed it, and how do you know what to feed it? Are you doing soil tests or?
So honest answer, Chad, I don't know.
Okay.
Like I don't. I've never done a slurry test or a paste test or a nutrient test. I have never once tested anything in this bed. Brian, Rubber Ducky Isopods, he called me like a empathetic grower.
What does that mean?
meaning like I can just kind of like feel what the plants need and what's going on. I don't necessarily, I probably should, but it would probably help out a whole lot. But for what I'm doing, a home grow with 2 beds, like I'm not trying to perfect this thing. You know what I mean?
The proof is in the pudding, and you get good results. Like your plants always look good. The yields are fine. There really isn't something that signals you like, oh, I need to address something.
Right.
But
exactly.
I'm sure that you are. See, again, like to me, those look like healthy plants that are getting good nutrition.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I haven't seen any plants that have been like, oh my God, we need this or we need that or anything.
Look,
You
look how
know.
happy they are. They're praying and everything. It's just that they're so fucking happy.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well,
Not a blemish on them. Beautiful.
right. I mean, you have to do something though in between the rounds. Do you do a top dress, or are you a compost tea guy, or what do you do to bring it back? Because there's no way you're just 10 years in that soil and that's what it looks like.
So let's see. So you can see my face here.
Oh,
I have literally top dressed with craft blend. I bought that 25, that little like cat litter box. It was like 25 pounds.
oh, cool. Yeah.
I bought that 6 years ago. I still have like 4. Yeah. I mean, I've got mushrooms growing out of this thing. I've got the worms. I've got arthropods. Like it just rolls. It's like, how much do we add to the soil in a forest? You know what I mean?
But we're not in a forest though. Like we're you can't like expect to mimic nature if you're not in nature though.
Right.
I mean, yeah, but
we can, and it feels like it's obviously not outside. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
I feel like if you have a system that is circular, it you'll have to do something eventually. But if it's circular, then you have to do it a lot less than in other systems.
Yeah.
So I feel like whatever I've done, I don't know, I've got it fairly circular.
It's again, you can't poo-poo the results. So it's working. And I know you do some awesome things with the soil. I've been following you for a while. The American one, shout out to the American one. Always good to see him.
Yeah, I mean,
I hope you're still eating your daily cookie, Tao. I really hope you are. But he's asking, and I think you see the question here, but he says, do you chop and drop the cover crop? Do you chop and drop the cover crop? What? Do you chop and drop what? The cover crop? What? Sorry for everybody who witnessed that.
Wow. I'm going to clip that. I'm going to take the audio from that. I'm going to make something out of that, Chad. That was beautiful.
Auto-tune me, would you? Auto-tune me.
Yeah, a sound bite.
All right, back to you.
This bed actually grows cleavers. And so I don't chop it and drop it back into the bed. I actually just chop it, give it to my wife, and she makes tinctures and teas out of it. Apparently, cleavers is really good for your adrenal glands and adrenal system. So, like, cleans you out, basically. So in that bed, mainly that just gets like my trimmings. I chop up my stalk, put it back in there. My leaves that I don't make anything out with.
You're not doing teas or ferments.
I use Miles's ferments every once in a while, maybe like once or twice a run. But I'm literally like the least consistent grower that you'll come across. That's why I do it this way, because me holding a schedule besides work is like basically impossible.
Right.
So the living soil is perfect for me, and the Blue Mat gravity fed water lines, perfect for me. All I have to do is make more investments. The soil stays moist, and I do as little as possible to these.
So, I mean, one of the things that we've kind of talked about before, but I always like to mention, like, because we're looking at like Thurgood's tent right now, like this thing is ram jammed full of like happy plants. I've seen yours, Cheddar Bob, and like you can get a very good density as well. I know you have the kind of like the metal crab cages that kind of help you keep everything spaced, but when it comes to that soil mass and like a space like Thurgood's in a tent, like for me, the humidity is very hard to deal with if you get such a large soil mass in a closed space like a tent like that. How you have it, where it's more open air, it's probably easier to deal with some of the swings. But how do you deal with the humidity? Because that, again, that large of a soil mass after it's properly watered, humidity's probably got a spike, I would imagine.
So I'm in a basement, first of all.
Okay.
It consistently stays about 60% down here.
Nice.
And if like I have my little AC infinity thing
Okay.
set to 50%. And it hasn't gone off like the whole harvest.
Really? Damn,
Yeah.
Okay. God, you're the freaking exception to the rule.
Like I am the exception to the rule. And I don't tell anyone to necessarily do the same thing I do. But hopefully someone seeing this is like, oh well, if he can do it and he doesn't do anything, like like I can totally do it. You know, that's the whole reason I started coming on.
Yeah.
Putting myself out on any social media is just to be like, I don't do anything, guys. Like this can be as easy as you want it to be and as hard as you want it to be. But it's like it's all been easy, man. And I've been doing I grew my first plant in 2000. So I mean, we're going on 25 years, and this is by far just the most relaxed and easiest 8 years of growing I've ever had.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
It's keeping it simple. And again, that's something we always say, but don't always follow, is keeping it simple. But also another thing, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And you're constantly learning. You hang out with a lot of, smart growers, you hang around in good conversation. So it's not like you're blind or ignorant to this. You're just like, I've got a method, man, and it's working.
Yeah. And my method is not having a method. Like it.
What a jerk! What a jerk!
Like this is the door. This is the door to my grow room. You know, it's a Grateful Dead sheet and a shade cloth.
That's the secret, right there. Fuck. It's all about the Grateful Dead sheet.
Like literally.
Plenty of airflow.
Okay. So look, I don't have any fans on. I have no fans on.
Jesus. What are you doing?
Yeah, like my humidity does not swing. I have like
even if
my electricity
you're
bill
blowing
hates
my
you
mind right now.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like I have a little bit of air that comes in through the door and a little bit of air that comes in through the bottom of that door. Yeah. And if things do get too high, it exchanges. It sucks it out with my infinity up there.
It's because you've been growing so long, your character has earned these ability points. So now you're like immune to these things like mold and shit like that, So I don't
He's
even
got
need
good karma points.
It's on level fucking 8 feeding level,
Yeah, I mean, we've lived here 3 years. I've never had PM down here. I've never had my other place. I never had PM either.
You better find some wood there, bro. I'm just saying.
I mean, live by the sword, die by the sword, right?
Right.
So,
man.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Indeed. And
well, thank you for having me on, Mr. Westport. I'm going to jump off here.
Dude, very good.
Thank you.
Again, yeah, another person who supports me and so many other shows, and it's always a pleasure to have fun with and chat. I am so glad you hopped on today, dude. And
great 10. Great 10.
Excellent garden, brother.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Well done, man. Well done.
Thank you, guys. Pleasure to meet you guys.
Yeah.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Evening.
Yeah. I love your movie.
I love your movie. So many references to that movie.
So many were going from my head. It's like Killer was the puppy of a crackhead. What was the Killer, the dog? Remember? And the dog's flying out the window and shit. Great. That is a fully, man. That is a fully. I'm sorry. I've seen that movie too many times, man. Far too many times.
Far too many times. Have either of you guys gone the sip method? Because I've done sips. I like them. They're very popular. I even did it commercially with huge beds. It works great. And Grow with Kenny, shout out to Grow with Kenny. Also has a pretty dope YouTube channel. You can check him out. I know he's been doing some runs lately. Is one of them with the new tester that he has from me. So he's talking about sips. Cheddar Bob, Mackie, you guys ever gone that route?
I have run sips. I probably grew the plants too big for the sips.
Okay.
So my soil mass was like literally one big root.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I just haven't reused them again. I loved them. They were easy. Yeah, just as easy as this. They were great. And no complaints at all.
Yeah, as a cocoa grower, I've never really used sips. I just water from the top, flush out the salts, get rid of the runoff. I grew it in living soil for a couple of years there, and just not getting runoff with that. So just watered that every few days. Never used sips. I don't know. Just I could see how it would work, especially for soil growers. But I think, just my personal opinion, because there's many ways to go swimming with a cat and all that shit. I just think that when you're using cocoa, you just have to get some runoff, 10 to 20% runoff with every feed to get rid of old salts. But soil, yeah, I can see how sip could work with that.
Yeah, cocoa. I mean, the capillary action is the same, but soil's going to hold it a lot better. So probably keeps it in the medium more. And did you say there's more ways to swim with a cat because we're not going to skin the cat?
Well, because we had this fucking debate on my show, right? About there's many ways to skin a cat, and I was like, that's sick, isn't it? There's many ways to swing a cat, but then we realized that's
wrong sick
too. Exactly. So I changed the saying, and now it is. There's many ways to go swimming with a cat, right? I mean, it's still cruel, kind of, because cats fucking hate water, but still,
some of them
better than swinging it around, right?
Some of them do like it.
Okay,
that's right.
It's
yeah,
done been said.
Yeah, it's changed.
So
think
about animal cruelty, everybody.
Many ways to
use
swim with
animal
a cat.
inclusive language.
This is America. We're not doing that right now.
Yeah. That's right.
Chad, I'm gonna get going. I got called for dinner. But I saw that link and I was like, oh, I can't not. I can't, even if it was a mistake, I can't not. So
I'm glad you did it. Oh man, that's a beautiful grow. Can I ask you before you go, Cheddar Bob?
Yeah.
Is that just all soil in that raised bed, or is it horizontal? What's the score there?
It's not horizontal as far as like clay, silt, sand.
Right.
So no, it's not. I do have like probably 3 or 4 inches of like hydrogen on the bottom.
Cool.
For compaction, and so
beautiful.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Very nice. Thanks. I appreciate that, Cheddar Bob. And some great grow you got going on there, bro. Very impressive.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for hopping on, dude. It's good to see you again. Good to talk to you again. It's been a while since we've actually chatted shit together.
I was just talking with people last night, and we were talking about you, Chad, and we were saying how much you do and just how great you are to everyone. It's you're a welcomed person amongst us all. It's
indeed.
Good. It's good to have a level-headed guy. So.
I appreciate that, dude. And there's a great community of good people, and that's what we attract. So I'm happy you're part of it. I'm glad to be a part of it too. But we're all in it together.
Cool, man. All right, Mackie. Nice to meet you.
Good night.
Yeah, man. Cheers, chat. Bye bye.
Suplex. Oh, I got him before he left with the suplex. Yeah, suplex, motherfucker, suplex.
Oh my God, JR, it's unbelievable.
He's probably gonna pop back in if he has the chat link just to correct me. So I'm not gonna put it up anymore, but I am gonna get away.
You know what I'm saying? Don't let him back in the ring, Chad.
Put him back. I can't put him back in the ring, man. Shoot, I wanted to shout out. I just saw Fourth House Genetics pop in too. And remember, guys, this is earlier I was saying I went on the show earlier this week. Go and check him out. Fourth House Genetics on YouTube. We're going to try to get him to 100 subscribers so we can start doing lives check out his interviews there with the Blue Sky Vienna and Jinx Proof and myself, and he's got more to come. So big shout out, Fourth House Genetics, dude. It was a great conversation. So I hope you guys check it out. I hope you guys enjoy it. But yeah, show him some love as well. And I want to, whoa, where'd we go? Dude, the buttons are so weird today. I don't know why the buttons are weird.
I was questioning my existence for a second. No.
I know. I was like doing the whole ghosting. I can't see my hand. No. Let's give away one more pack of seeds for the day. And I have been doing 3 packs in the previous episodes, but I kind of split it up here because I need to get some more giveaways ready. Thank you, Anthony. I see he says I sub to his channel. Thank you. Big ups, dude. Big ups. Appreciate that. Again, high tide raises all boats, like Cheddar Bob was just kind of saying there. Like there's a lot of really cool and supportive people in this community, people who do it because the plant has impacted their life in such a profound way. And when you can have that kind of common bond with somebody who you may judge if you passed walking by that person on the street, you may have your bias or preconceived notion of that person. You're like, yeah, whatever. Cheddar Bob's a weird beard. No, I'm not picking on Cheddar Bob. I love Cheddar Bob. But you know how we do that. But this plant brings us together, and it brings us together with some of the most unlikeliest of people. But there's a lot of us out there, and that's what the community is about. So, yeah, I want to just go ahead and give these away here. They used to be 3 packs, but I'm splitting it up for this show because I always like to do at least 3 giveaways. But this, again, was from AZ Green Desert, and we are going with The Freak Show. Yay! Nice. Mackie, are you familiar with Freak Show? Have you seen the Freak Show strain before? Yeah, there's a lot of Freak Shows.
Yeah,
specific.
Yeah, the strain. Yeah, I thought you talking about a TV show or something. But yeah, I know the strain. or you know, the location on Grand Theft Auto 5 online. You know the place.
Oh my gosh, I heard. Anyhow, yes,
let's not do that. Let's carry on.
Let's carry on. Oh man, I'm just gonna type this in. And again, guys, this is USA only. And if you're in the UK, I think Mackie's offer may still stand. He's hooking.
Let's go.
Up.
Yeah, for sure. Let's do it.
Yeah. All right.
I was gonna ask again, folks, is it or if we do it again? But yeah, man, let's go.
Let's go. Let's see. I just saw a question here. Chat availability of the grape juice update. Please trying to plan outdoors. I have the Westport's Posse, which is the S1 of the Westport grape juice, up on the website. That's the closest people can get to it right now. Maybe towards the end of the year, I'm kind of looking at maybe finally releasing the Westport grape juice or the Kool-Aid Man. Basically some of the things that I've kept for years and have been doing a lot of my work with. I'm not quite done working with them yet. I still have some goals and things I want to do, but I'm getting closer to letting other people or having other people be able to get the original starting material that I'm working with. So right now, the Westport's Posse is S1 up on chadwestport.com. You could get that there. But yeah, back to the seed giveaway, and thank you for the question. If you are in the US, just go ahead and type Freak Show into the chat. If you are in the UK, shout out to Percy's Grow Room, high on homegrown, and Mr. Mackey will take care of you if you're a UK winner.
Mackey's my first name. Mackey's my first name. God.
Mr. Mack. Okay.
Okay.
Now. Okay. What came first, the Mackey name or Mr. Mackey? What came first?
Oh, definitely Mr. Mackey. Definitely. He's old, that guy. My name is originally from, because it used to be Machi, but people would call me Machi instead of Mackey. So I changed it because it's a reference to Machiavelli the Don, Tupac. Tupac's a cure, big fan.
I hit him up.
Fan. Yeah. So that's what it's a reference to. And it slowly just evolved into be Mackey as it is now, Macky. Yeah, man.
What
H.
that?
You know what I mean? H hardcore. People say H and shit. What the fuck?
Bro, that Machiavelli album drop was brilliant though. Nobody
man.
knew that it was dropping until the day it dropped. And that was the album where he just kind of lit people up, dude.
He
The
was
Don
so good, man.
Killuminati, El Mando knows. What's up? Machiavelli. Don
That's
Killuminati.
right. Machiavelli the Don.
Oh,
Godfather,
dude.
you know what I'm saying, bro? Shit. Man, so many good tunes from Tupac back in the day. It's such a shame, but he was taken so early because he was such a smart guy. I hope to go on a fucking Tupac tangent here, everybody. But just a short one. But you know, when these artists, these young guys die, even like John Lennon died at 40 and Kurt Cobain at 27. Obviously, these artists, Tupac at 25. Imagine what they could have produced when they fully grew up and became adults, you know, which you don't really get until you're like in your mid-30s to really start understanding shit. Tupac was so smart for his age. Imagine the shit he would have been producing as he became mid-30s to 40 years old. He was so smart, so philosophical, man, well-read. He would have produced some incredible pieces of poetry, man. Incredible. But anyway, I digress.
No, amen to that, dude. Because again, bringing up Snoop Dogg again. Look at that as an example. Doggy Style came out when he was 19. I remember having to, like, buy that album secretly because I wasn't 18 yet. But he recorded that when he was 19. And again, coming from like a skateboard background too. Shaun White is another person. Like, I come from industries where you get famous really young and partying is part of the lifestyle. And 95% of the people do it wrong and just burn themselves out. But for those smart ones, like Snoop Dogg, like, dude, he could have been going in all, gangster for the, the rest of his life and whatever, and just been about it and got shot in the streets like a lot of other fucking dumbasses who are about it these days. But he was smart, man. Dr. Dre, another dude who was smart. But you mentioned Tupac. Yeah, he was classically trained actor, musician. Like he was much more than the the persona that he had, which was real too. But yeah, God, when you mentioned the potential of that guy, because he, like you said, was very philosophical, man, and like the whole thug life, the hate you give little infants fucks everyone. Thug life. Yeah. So he was really about it, man. He was gonna do some great things. So taken too soon.
Legend.
Hey,
But
we got on that.
Well, man. The last meal from Snoop Dogg. Oh my gosh, True Lies. You know, what's the use of the truth if you can't tell a lie sometimes?
Sean Kirk,
Juice. That's my shit, man. Shit. Yeah.
Oh, has anybody in chat or even maybe you, Mackie, seen the movie Gridlocked? It was Tim Roth and Tupac, and I forget the girl that was in it, but it's a freaking fantastic movie.
Maybe I have, but it might have been so long ago that I've forgotten.
It's not like the most uplifting one. They're basically both junkies and they're trying to get into like a rehab, and it's like the struggles and the adventures they have of doing that. But yeah, Gridlocked, man. Back in the day, I used to watch that movie all the time. He was a great actor. We got Above the Rim in here. He originally started as the backup dancer for Digital Underground. Is where kind of Tupac got one of his starts. And my claim to fame too is his first performance with the Digital Underground was at the Sonoma County Fairgrounds, which is down by Santa Rosa in Northern California where I was living. They actually wound up doing a couple High Times events there. But I was like, dude, I'm in the place where Tupac first performed. I'm on the stage where Tupac first performed. And as I'm taking the BART into the city, into Oakland, you get through some gnarly like industrial areas. And I'm like, holy shit, that's the building that he shot, like one of his promo shots in front of, just seeing all that stuff. I was like, that's cool.
That's cool as fuck.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys, for getting off topic here, but
bit of a hip hop tangent there, everybody. But check out Dr. Dre if you haven't heard of him before.
I honestly was wondering in this conversation though, is like, because Tupac died 20 years ago? I don't honestly even know, but it was long enough to where Is
It's
he
got to be
still
30 years ago.
irrelevant?
It wasn't 95, was he? No, it couldn't have been 95.
Is Tupac
97?
still part of a conversation of like, yo, I like hip hop? You know,
Yeah, of course,
because I
top of the
remember
conversation.
this.
It was Sean Kirk said there in the chat, Tupac was number one. Bro, Tupac still is number one. All this time, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. There's nobody who has anything on Tupac. Biggie came close, of course, because Biggie is also a legend. But Tupac's flow, Tupac's poetry, man, I don't know. It's really hard for me to think. I mean, yeah, Wu-Tang, Insane Clown Posse. There's some epic shit out there, man. But Tupac, I don't know, man. This is too good. Too good.
Yeah. I want to ask real quick. Grumpy Toad says insurance commercials, and I want to ask Grumpy Toad, is my show getting commercials run during it? I'm not monetized. I'm not signed up for it. It's not even activated. It shouldn't be. But another person earlier in the day, I think it was actually Rob, the CLTV, said, you know, ads came up. He's like, yeah, I didn't give anybody permission, and I don't profit from it.
Yeah, I don't know if you're aware, Chad, but YouTube has changed the way that they're doing their ads now, and they will decide when mid-roll ads are being played during somebody's show. It's like, you know, when you upload a video, you can decide where ads get played.
Yeah.
YouTube's going to decide that now. You just shut up and take it. That's the way it goes. That's probably what they've been doing.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
if anybody is concerned about ads on their browser, use Brave. I don't get any ads on YouTube because I use Brave. So do that.
I'll have to try that. No, I'm glad you pointed that out, because I'll have to try that, and I'm glad that I'm not, or you know, that person said I'm not getting it, because I can monetize. My channel is eligible for it, but I don't do it because I'm not. Let's be honest here. If I was getting 10 million views a day, I'd probably monetize this motherfucker, but I'm not. But YouTube takes like 40%, or they take a huge chunk of what a person gets from their ad rolls, and also from, you know, like the super funds. Like a lot of people, you know, like to donate because that's awesome. It supports the creator. But my personal philosophy on that is we're giving basically half of that money to a platform that censors us, that shuts us down, that does everything to negatively impact our reach and our effect and our message. So even if I can make a few bucks, I'm not willing to give them a few bucks. So that's why I don't have it. So that's why I'm like, are commercials really playing on this right now?
You know, no, 100%, Chad, because that's the thing. It's like it's a piss take that they take so much, but for them to take so much from content that they would usually shut down and censor. It's like, who the fuck do you think you are? You can't take a piece of this pie. You don't want this pie. You're gonna send me on a fucking macaroni here, Chad. I can feel it. I'm not doing it, bro. But that is an absolute mistake. The way they treat us, and they still want to take a piece of the fucking pie. You slimy bastards. Sorry, Chad. I don't want to get flagged from the channel. I'll stop. Jesus.
I opened the door to it. And this, see, again, like this episode, I already know is doomed. Like I already know I'm going to get a copy. Oh, that's right. I never played the trailer because we're going all in.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to play this trailer, and then we'll give away the beans. Cause again, like I know I'm probably age restricted because I showed plants and I showed raw flower on this one. I know I'm probably already copyright, because the last time I played that dad joke thing, I got a copyright strike. So let's just go for the freaking gusto. I'm going to go over here, Cheech and Chong's new movie. And we're going to play the trailer because I can't believe you haven't seen it or hadn't heard of it.
Let's go.
All right, let me get it. Okay. Let's go. Oh, whoops. Sorry. I need to we'll do the giveaway here. Yep, we'll do the giveaway here in a second. I just want to play this for Mackie and for everybody watching, because we were talking Tommy Chong earlier. I'm excited for his new movie. Let me know if you guys can hear
look at
the audio.
Shit, I'm loving it already.
I know.
Sorry,
let me know if you guys can hear the audio. So here we roll.
How many people here smoke grass?
That's a government survey. films have earned over $200 million. The first rock and roll comedians, no doubt about it. You sure we're going the right way? We're in the middle of fucking nowhere. No, we're southwest of fucking nowhere. We're not in the middle yet. So is this a documentary or a movie? I don't know, man. All we can do is be funny. Am I driving okay? Back in the day, comedians weren't respected. And we weren't afraid to get gross with them. Hey, this is what they really laugh at. What do we call ourselves? Richard and Tommy? No. Tommy and Dick? No. Cheech and Chong. That was it. We were making up this method as we were going along. I got the tape recorder set up.
Dave, come on, man. Open up. I think the cops.
Dave's not here.
Already on the Billboard charts.
The movie comes out, it's a giant hit. Giant.
It's not hard to see what drugs do to you. You know, make you rich.
Well,
But money and success might spoil them.
You still won't grow your mustache back.
You drive me nuts.
We're no longer partners.
Nothing lasts forever, Tommy. Nothing lasts forever.
I never met anybody quite like him.
It's very painful sometimes. But he's my best friend.
It's yin and yang, Cheech and Chong.
All that stuff that happened, why don't we just let it go?
Come on, baby, I'll give you a ride. Let's go. Cheech and Chong.
The old stone charmers.
Look how far we've come.
Got a joint?
Oh, I think I dropped some gummies.
Oh man, it makes me feel nostalgic and shit, bro. Oh man,
Doesn't it though? Doesn't
oh,
it?
it's so cool.
It's freaking rad, and you've probably experienced this too. But like, I knew about this movie 2 years ago from talking with Tommy because he was telling me about it. But also some of those conversations, like, how did they come up with their name? Like, some of these things are really freaking fascinating. So when I see that, like a preview like that, it makes me nostalgic and just, yeah. THC Garage says it, really, really classic.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Epic, just legends of I don't know, the cannabis community in general, like the starters of it all, way back in the day. Gosh, man,
because we didn't have anything. There was no mainstream media representation of the stoner, whatever. And they, I think I saw Rusty Nails in here, but he says, they pinned or they stapled the stoner stereotype. And yeah, I mean, like, come on, man. Like, how can you not do a stoner stereotype and not wind up sounding like Chong? Like, every time I do, I wind up sounding like Chong.
Man, but Epic. And I think they, Cheech and Chong did so much to reduce the stigma of cannabis at the same time. I know they pretty much invented a stereotype, but to reduce the stigma the way that they have over, 50, 60 years, something crazy, We owe a lot to them, for the community itself.
I do. Yep, we do. All right, let's give away these beans here real quick. And then I see a question from Tokes I'm going to get to. So again, if you are in the U.S., playing for the Freak Show, AZ Green Desert made some more Freak Show beans. So he's sending that. And again, if you're in the UK, feel free to play because you will be served by Mr. Mackay.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel a rap attack coming back on. Clip it.
Not from me.
Clip it. Don't tune it. No, yeah, you don't.
Well, you know about the whole boots and cats thing, right? It's a quite a popular thing
boots
now.
And cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats
right.
and boots and cats.
Random times we just crack into boots and cats.
Which you might or might not be surprised. I do that at least once a week to my wife. Just walk by boots and cats because we're both ravers. We're all ravers.
Anytime anybody says anything that rhymes with cats, like hats or taps, anything that works like that, then it just turns into boots and cats.
Boots and cats. I even typed in the comments the other day. Somebody was growing the no joke, and it looked really good. And I think my only reply to him was brown chicken, brown cow.
Okay.
Like, yes. You know that one, right? Brown chicken, brown cow. No, it's like brown chicken, bow, bow. Brown
get
chicken,
it now.
brown cow.
Wow. Nice. I like it.
Oh, well, if there's one thing you take away from our conversation today, Mackie, I hope it's brown chicken, brown cow.
I hope so too.
Okay, good. As long as we can both agree on that, let's send these people out of here with some free seeds.
Let's do it.
Good luck, everybody. Good luck. If you are the winner, just reach out to me on
Come on,
IG,
Topo.
and I will get it taken care of. Who's it gonna be? Travis Falk, right on.
Nice.
Travis.
Congratulations. I haven't seen your name before, but congratulations.
Yes, Travis is a regular viewer here. You need to go and check out the High on Homegrown too. You'll probably enjoy
No
that.
pressure.
But
No pressure.
yeah, I know he knows how to get a hold of me. So Travis, do just reach out to me on IG. I've got your freak show for you here.
Artman in the chat. Artman recently had some surgery on his eyes, and now he's seeing things much clearly. Very cool. Congratulations, Artman. We're very happy for you, bro.
Yeah, me too. Congratulations. And he actually had reached out to me. Artman has been a guest on this show before and grows some great plants. But what originally I was like made him stand out to me, I'm like, oh my gosh, he does some amazing freaking art, which maybe where Artman came from. He does some awesome paintings. And he told me about the cataract surgery. And I'm like, wait a minute, you're painting with fuzzy vision? Because the stuff he does is amazing. So to know that now it's improved, to see what's going to be coming.
Give it like a fucking 4D photograph and shit now.
I know. It's going to be pretty impressive.
4K,
I'm just not a very
not 4D.
photogenic guy. He's asked for a good photo for me, but I just don't.
I thought, what would a good one? Because I have to sit behind this avatar all the time. For Artman, if you feel up for it, after you've done Chad's picture there, show me a picture of what you think I look like. That would be an interesting one. You know what? Who gets close? You know, some people have met me that don't count. All right,
Mackie. I think that's the next contest for the forum. What draw Mackie? Draw Mackie for free seeds.
That's right.
That would be funny to see what kind of responses you get. The best drawing gets free seeds for a year. That would be awesome.
Calm down, Chad. We're not on the same level you are, bro. Gosh.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah, you have a lot of beans. I have a lot of beans. But I want to try and get some competitions up and running very soon over on Percy's Grow Room and over on the forum as well. Because when we hit that 1 million downloads, that's a next level milestone, that is. So I want to make sure we have plenty of good prizes and competitions going for when that happens, man. That's crazy.
And that's going to be happening any day soon. 15,000 away from 1 million downloads. Yep.
Yeah, 3 weeks. Yeah, it should be there.
Dude, congratulations.
Thank you. Wow. I don't. Wow. Just thanks to everybody who downloads the show. That's all I can say, really. We appreciate you all.
Well, keep doing what you're doing. Keep making it fun and keep bringing on good guests, because that's why we listen and that's why we download. So you keep up your part of the deal. We'll keep doing ours. Couple more questions here real quick. I want to get to Anthony Rafferty, one of our winners today of the Westport Posse, which he's talking about here. It says, question, have you ever grown out the KwaZulu, the 100% African sativa that came as a freebie with the Westport Posse drop last year? I have not. There have been a couple people that did grow that out. Probably, as you expect, tall, long flowering. That was a freebie from Peter from the Daga.garden site. He's always very generous with orders. He always tosses in a bunch of freebies for people, whether it's stickers, beans, product. He's always hooking people up. So shout out to Peter and the Daga.garden, the Future Cannabis Project, if you guys don't know that one. But no, I haven't grown it out. Again, just by name, if somebody handed me some seeds and said, this is 100% African sativa, I would never grow it. And ain't nobody got time for that. That's I would happily smoke it. I would happily smoke it, dude. I invite that, but I'm not growing it. And was this you mentioning Romulan earlier, Mackie?
Oh no, somebody did mention somebody's growing Romulan out, or Romulan seed bank or something, Romulan genetics.
Yeah,
Was
it
it?
was Rowan Romulan Genetics. I just had starred the comment at that time because next Saturday at 2:00, Jake from Romulan Genetics, I'm going to have him on here. We're going to be doing a breeder profile. It's going to be live, which means you guys can ask your questions. So, yeah, that'll be fun. And I was wanting to ask which Romulan Genetics that person was running. Okay, so blew that one. But that question from Tokes says, I have bought foliar feeding products and am too afraid to use them and burn my plants. How do you use foliar safely? Good question. I've been there before. Just like they say with anything for your carpet, try it on a small test patch first. So yeah, don't go in there and apply it to your entire garden. You like that one?
I like it because it's apt. It works. You know, that's exactly what you have to do. You know?
Yeah. Try it. And there are a few things like you don't do multiple sprays on the same day. There is, I think it was like oil and something. I did a video on this, which actually has the information. Oil and then an application of something sulfur based. I think it was saying like those two will have a gnarly interaction. So you don't want to do those. You want to keep those spread out like at least a week apart. And it depends again on what you're using or what you're doing for a foliar spray. Most of the times you're able to kind of leave, Mr. Magpie, holler, oil and sulfur. Speaking of holler, sulfur.
You kind of
and
made
oil,
a magpie sound then as well, Chad. You went like,
That's the sound I make every time Mr. Magpie shows up. It's all so it just happens. So yeah, avoid those. But a lot of times you can spray and then put it back with the lights on. Oils, you usually want to avoid that. Suff Oil X is one of the more common ones that people use. Just read the directions on the back. But in the video that I did, I wanted to try to burn my plants, and I wanted to actually show people how hard it actually was to kind of burn your plants with certain sprays and leaving the lights on. Because that's always kind of been one of the myths is like, oh, you have to put them in the dark right away no matter what you spray. And I kind of disprove that there. But I do talk about, again, the interactions that you don't want to do. But yeah, go back and hopefully enjoy that video. But hopefully that answers the question. And yes, again, do it on like a small portion of one plant, maybe the lower area, if you're hesitant, and then just see how it goes. You'll see how it dries fairly quickly. And again, if it's a whole bunch of salt-based nutrients, just make sure it kind of rinses off. You don't want phytotoxicity of the leaf if the water evaporates, but the salt nutrients are still sitting there. And that goes back to kind of dilution ratio as well. So let's see here. I had that up. Rico and Holla, aka the Deep Boys. That's awesome. There's some good old boys. Never meaning no harm. Yep. I love the Dukes of Hazzard. That was a great show. All right. I'm sputtering. Mackie.
What did I do?
Nothing. I was going to say, we should probably put this one out of its misery and let the cat go swim. So,
you know what I'm saying?
Any shout outs? Yeah. Any shout outs? Any
not really,
final
just,
business?
Thanks for having me on the show here. Thanks for opening up and allowing me to just sit here and chat shit on the odd occasion. I hope I haven't been too much.
You're never too much. Thank you for hopping in, dude. Thank you for hopping
pleasure,
in, Magpie. Man. There you go, sir. You can loop that. You can put my earlier rap track. You can auto-tune that, put that over the hair flip. Sorry, hardcore. No nip slip, but a hair flip. So with that, guys, we're out of here. ChadWestport.com is where you can grab the genetics. Yeah. Party on, guys.
Damn good
Enjoy
show.
your weekend.
Damn good show.
Thanks for hanging out.
Yes.